Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family, your business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Well, I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money. I personally work with you, even if you don't have any needs today. Save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we're celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. National Color Day. Okay. I guess colors make everybody feel good. So, you know, we could probably come up with a million different questions of the day. We're not going to use this one, but my blue, that one's mine. Blue, my favorite color is blue. That's hard to imagine a world without color. Without color, we would nearly be blind. Doctors check for health through the color of a patient's skin. I wonder if a doctor's colorblind, like maybe they can't be a doctor. I don't know. Today is National Make a Dog Happy Day, or Make a Dog's Day. And I looked at that this morning and I said, you know, I've got a dog. Playing with her is about all it takes to make her happy. In fact, sometimes she gets a little too happy, if you know what I mean. But that's not the meaning behind Make a Dog's Day. What they're really looking at here, and I don't understand this completely. So the idea here is to promote adopting a dog. Now, if I'm going to go adopt a dog or buy a dog, aren't we trying to give a dog a home? And one way costs a little more money than the other way, but they're both live animals. I don't know. I just, you know, maybe I'm a little too literal on some of these things. I just look at it and kind of curious as to what direction they're going on that one. Okay, so let's move right along. Today is Tavern Style Pizza Day. Now, Josh, I'm looking at the National Day site. The pizza you came up with here looks a whole lot better than the one they have on their website. You know, theirs is just I shouldn't say just, because I like pizza, and it's convenient. When the bride goes out, sometimes I'll just go out in the freezer and grab a pizza out of the box. The one on the site here shows a boxed pizza, which kind of seems contradictory to a tavern style. I mean, don't you have to go into the tavern to get a tavern style pizza? Okay, let's keep on going. National Nut Day. So what's your favorite nut? I'm going to go with cashews. What's your favorite nut? Put it in the comments. Tell us what your favorite nut is. Don't say, well, you could say that it's your favorite radio host. I've been called worse than a nut before. Cashew. What's yours, Josh? Did you put yours on there? You're not a nut guy, huh? You know, you go to the Angel game. Well, what else is there to do at an Angel game? Watch them lose or eat peanuts. You know, you can get frustrated being an Angel fan. Okay, National Nut Day is today as well. So cashews is mine. Put yours in there. If you're listening to us live on ABC News and Talk, just yell at the radio. We hear you. We know that you're there. Now, if you're on any of our socials, put it right on there because we do get notified, and it certainly helps our algorithm so more people can find us on the social channels. Let's take a look and see what the markets are doing today. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 90 points. The S&P 500 is down 17. The NASDAQ is down 30. Oil's up another $1.81 per barrel. Yeah, it's getting hot out there. You know, I guess we should have that on the soundboard, Josh. Maybe it's getting hot out there. Why is oil going up so much? Well, the world's on fire. Where's Joe? Latest news is coming out that North Korea is starting to get a little more active with Russia in the fight against Ukraine. And Antony Blinken, our Secretary of State, he's over there harassing Israel some more as they continue to receive missile fire. And Blinken's telling them that they should cease fire. I wonder what would have happened if somebody told the U.S. after we were bombed on September 11th, yeah, just don't go doing anything. Just take it and smile. Although, you know, they did share, Israel shared some intelligence with us. And somehow, as we've seen before, surprise, that intelligence got leaked out. I wonder who's leaking things out now. Moving right along, getting hot. Speaking of getting hot out there, did you see the event? The end of last week, might have been over the weekend even, where Vice President Harris goes to a group and they're making some comments there about Christianity. And she tells the people that they're at the wrong rally. Not a good sign for the vice president, especially after she skipped the Catholic Charities event earlier in the week. But the media probably doesn't report that one either. They've got their own guides on what they want to report, what they don't want to report. Really is a shame that we don't have an honest media in our country. It's important to have a great media in the country. But, you know, something we have to deal with what we have, continuing right along. Gas prices, they're going to keep going up now that we are seeing oil prices go up. It is a direct relationship, although they do get a, you know, there's the refining that goes into it. We probably already changed the blends, so that doesn't help. They'll probably start shutting down some of the refineries. How does a refinery actually win? You know, I just kind of ponder things. So the government gets mad when they shut down a refinery, which diminishes the supply. The government won't allow new refineries to be built, and they want the refineries to be safe, and they fine them or sue them if they have an accident. So you can't shut them down for repairs, but if you have an accident, you're liable. And we need to start storing more oil, then we can't build more refinery. How do you win if you're an oil refiner? Maybe that's why the prices just keep on going up. How do you slow down the consumer from buying oil, buying gasoline? Raise the prices. Oh, yeah. $3.17 is the national average for a gallon of gasoline. Do you think we're close to that price in the formerly Golden State? Now, the gas price of a gallon of gasoline on an average, national average, is down 1.2 cents. It's down 1 penny in California, all the way down to $4.63. $4.63 is the cost of a gallon of gasoline in California. $3.16 is our national average. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, we've got a great broadcast lined up for you today. The benefits of using your equity to make a down payment. Planning to sell your house in 2025? Start preparing now. Protect your score while shopping for the best credit cards. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numero one on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OBMMI. They provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. They do not tell us points paid, points received, or the APR. They tell us the number we need to put in the mortgage calculator to get our principal and interest payment. If you don't have a mortgage calculator, we have one as part of our mobile app. You can get our mobile app. It's good on Android or iOS. Like I said, I just heard that. What is it, Android? They're not going to have that anymore. It's got to go to Google something or another. I'm old. I don't know those things, but I just heard that one yesterday that the Android messaging is now going to be Google messaging or something. Why are we even talking about this in the Mortgage Minute? RonIsMyLender.com. RonIsMyLender.com is where you can get that mobile app. Hey, let's see what mortgage rates did yesterday. The 30-year conventional up 6.556. 30-year jumbo down. Wow. 6.763. FHA was up 6.175. VA 30-year fixed up 6.075. USDA, that was up 6.232. If you want our thoughts on where the market is heading, we put that out every business day as early as the data allows. You can get that rsrlinks.com/market minute, rsrlinks.com/market minute. Let's take a look and see what the markets are doing today, because we need to tell you why are you seeing what you're seeing? And it has not been a very pretty sight recently. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we look at that one all the time. It is a very common proxy for the markets. I'm sorry, we're going to use the S&P 500. That's a bigger number, bigger sampling. Down 1506 right now. It's down 1506. And just as we're chatting right now, I will tell you that our private clients are getting a message to lock their loans. But why? The 10-year Treasury is up another 2 basis points. The mortgage-backed security is down 12 basis points. When that bond, the security goes down, that means rates are going up. But they've been going up a lot lately, and we're going to continue to watch that go up. There's not a whole lot of a catalyst to hold them down anywhere, but we're going to continue watching that. Global bond yields have been moving sharply higher. There's not been any one key driver. There's been some stronger jobs data in the U.S. China's been extremely stimulative to their economy. Some investors may be pricing in less rate cuts than previously thought. And there are talks that the bond market is pricing in a potential Trump victory, all of which are pressuring bond yields higher. We heard from 4 key Fed members yesterday: Kansas City Fed President Jeffrey Schmidt, Dallas Fed President Lori Logan, Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari, and San Francisco Fed President Mary Daly. The overarching theme is that none of them seem deterred from continuing to reduce the Fed funds rate, albeit at a more gradual pace. The Fed futures is still pricing in a 1/4 point cut on November 7th and another 1/4 cut on December 18th. Since the Fed has cut rates 50 basis points on September 18th, 30-year mortgage rates have gone up by almost 3/4 point. This can be a difficult thing to tell everybody, because most people think that when the Fed cuts rates, the mortgage rates go down. It is not the case. The Fed funds rate is an overnight rate that banks use to lend to one another, essentially an ultra short-term rate. When the Fed cuts, certain rates are directly impacted: money market accounts, short-term treasuries, credit cards, car loans, personal loans, small business loans, just to name a few. But long-term rates can be indirectly impacted. For instance, many investors took advantage of 5% money market investments instead of keeping money in cash. But when the Fed cuts, those rates are immediately impacted. Some investors may begin to buy duration or protection in the bond market, meaning instead of getting 4.5% in a money market account that will continue to move lower as the Fed cuts rates, they could buy 10-year treasuries yielding 4.18%, while the return is slightly less currently. It's guaranteed for the next 10 years, and we know the Fed is expected to cut another 1.5% over the next year, which will cause money market accounts to move even lower. If this occurs, the increase in demand for 10-year treasuries will cause the yield to move lower. Additionally, the main driver of mortgage rates will be inflation and the job market. The Fed is cutting rates for a reason. They see weakness in the economy. Inflation has been moderating, and with shelters showing signs of catching up, we should continue to see inflation slowly move to target. The job market was showing weakness until the September 18th BLS jobs report. However, the seasonal adjustments were a bit wonky, and we still feel there is underlying weakness. If the Fed continues to cut, inflation continues to fall, and labor market weakens over time, we should see mortgage rates move lower in the coming 6 months. But the Fed is not cutting mortgage rates. The leading economic index, while there have been some economic reports showing strength, the Conference Board's leading economic index continues to show weakness. LEI declined 0.5% in September, following a 0.3% decline in August. Over the 6-month period between March and September, the LEI fell by 2.6%. Wow. It's an acceleration from the 2.2% decline over the previous 6-month period of September 2023 to March of 2024. This report has been negative 29 out of 30 months, with the other month being flat. Their trend is now once again signaling a recession, although their commentary sounded like they expect slower growth. The Conference Board said overall the LEI continued to signal uncertainty for economic activity ahead of and is consistent with the Conference Board expectation for moderate growth at the close of 2024 and into 2025. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. So when we look at all those reports and we report all of that data to you, how do you make heads or tails of it? Well, obviously, you listen to Ron Siegel Radio. That's what we do for you. You see what's going on right now is the leading economic indicators from the Economic Board. They're looking at real things that are going on in real life. Do I really need to tell you that prices are going up? No. Do I really need to tell you that the job market is softening? No. No matter what you hear on the news, because they give you fake information so much of the time, don't pay too much attention to it. Look at, when I worked at Merrill Lynch years and years ago, decades ago, one of the things that we used to talk about was going out and doing your own channel checks. And what is a channel check? Not jumping from ABC to NBC to MSNBC, hee-haw, or the Clown News Network or any of that. That's not a channel check. What a channel check is, go out to the mall and see what people are buying. Go to the grocery stores. Are the carts full, or are people got a calculator in their hand? Are you going to Target or Walmart and seeing, are people thinking twice about what they're buying? Go to Nordstrom and go to Neiman Marcus. Not maybe because you're buying stuff there, but you want to see, are people carrying a lot of stuff? Well, if they're carrying a lot of stuff, that tells you that the markets are strong. If people are carrying a calculator and saying, as you watch them put a bag of chicken into their shopping cart and they add it up on their calculator on their phone, that's giving you an idea that people are struggling, that they don't have as much money as they want. They're not buying everything that they want to buy. They're buying on a strict budget. You don't need the media to tell you that. We already know those things are going on, but you can go and do your own channel checks to find out. That's how it's done. And then you'll be able to see what the Economic Indicator Board is coming out with and why they're saying that, things aren't as good as they talk about. The Conference Board gives out this information, and as they share what they see, not that we're getting a great jobs report the 1st of September. And I think I said that it was the 18th of September. It's not the 18th. It comes out the first Friday of the month. So I don't remember whether it was the 1st or the 8th. Sometimes they skip if the 1st of the month is on the 8th, and obviously I'm on radio right now, so I can't tell you exactly what that day was. But when you look at the numbers, so it was came out on the 6th is probably when the report came out. Maybe not. Maybe it was maybe October 4th. We might have got that report. The September report comes out in October. So when they came out with this really, really strong jobs report, the media is not smart enough to report to you, or they're not being forthright enough to report to you, that the Bureau of Labor Statistics had enormously high seasonal adjustments. The raw data showed that people are losing jobs. The seasonal adjustments, when they throw in their manipulation factor, then we see that we have strong jobs. Then the media comes out and says, oh, we got a great jobs report. The economy is doing great. What do you feel? Now, I was privy to get a replay of a class from a friend of mine who teaches at the University of North Carolina. And he did a interview with one of the founders of LinkedIn Jobs. And I think they said that they've got like 1.3 million jobs available on LinkedIn Jobs right now. And they showed how you can find those jobs. And we're going to put that out in the next few days. We're going to put out that report, and you'll be able to get a copy of how you can find that, how you can make sure that the exact right recruiter sees your job. Just throw that out there for you. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, the benefits of using your equity to make a bigger down payment, protecting your FICO score while shopping for the best credit card deals. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com. Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference in the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, the real-time real estate segment today, being brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. The benefits of using your equity to make a bigger down payment, that is the subject of our conversation today. Did you know homeowners are often able to put more money down when they buy their next home? That's because once they sell, they can use the equity they have in their current house toward their next down payment. And it's why as home equity reaches new height, the median down payment has too. According to the latest data from Redfin, the typical down payment for U.S. home buyers is $67,500. That's nearly 15% more than last year and the highest on record. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 FM 98.1 video feed, you're seeing a chart. Homebuyer down payment hits record highs. Here's why equity makes this possible. The past 5 years, home prices have increased significantly, which has led to a big boost in equity for current homeowners like you. When you sell your house and move, you can take the equity that gives you and apply it toward a larger down payment on your new home. That's a major opportunity, especially if you've had concerns about affordability. Now, it's important to remember you don't have to make a big down payment to buy your next home. There are loan programs that let you put down as little as 3% or even nothing. But there's a reason so many current homeowners are opting to put more money down. That's because it comes with some serious perks. Why a bigger down payment can be a game changer. One, you'll borrow less and save more in the long run. When you use your equity to make a bigger down payment on your next home, you don't have to borrow as much, and the less you borrow, the less you pay in interest over the life of your loan. That's money saved in your pocket for years to come. You can get a lower mortgage rate. Providing a larger down payment shows your lender you're more financially stable and not a large credit risk. The more confident your lender is in your credit score and your ability to pay your loan, the lower the mortgage rate they'll likely be willing to give you, and that amplifies your savings. Number 3, your monthly payments could be lower. A bigger down payment doesn't just help you reduce how much you have to borrow. It also means your monthly mortgage payment may be smaller. That can make your next home more affordable and give you a bit more breathing room in your budget. Number 4, you can skip private mortgage insurance, PMI. If you can put down 20% or more, you can avoid private mortgage insurance, which is an added cost many buyers have to pay if their down payment isn't as large. Freddie Mac explains it like this, quote, for homeowners who put less than 20% down, private mortgage insurance, or PMI, is an added insurance policy for homeowners that protects the lender if you're able to pay your mortgage. If you're unable to pay your mortgage, it is not the same thing as homeowners insurance. It's a monthly fee rolled into your mortgage payment that's required if you make a down payment less than 20%. Avoiding PMI means you'll have one less expense to worry about each month, which is a nice bonus. Bottom line, down payments are at record high, largely because recent equity gains are putting homeowners in a position to put more money down. If you're thinking about selling your current house and moving, give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. I will tell you, strategy beats rate always. You could be making a huge mistake by making the wrong down payment. And I'll give you just a simple example. 27% down is not a way of making a down payment. 32% down is not a good down payment. 22% down is not a good down payment. Why? Because there's 2% there extra on each one of those examples that could be used to lower your interest rate and save you significantly more money over time. We explain all of that when we go through and talk about those things in private client consultations. Again, call me 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990 to have that private client consultation. Again, real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Your Credit Matters segment brought to you by rsrnodebt.com, rsrnodebt.com. Master the credit game. Protect your score while shopping for the best credit card deals. In today's financial landscape, credit cards can both be both a powerful tool and a potential pitfall, especially for those looking to buy a home or refinance. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a homeowner thinking of refinancing, understanding how to navigate the world of credit cards without damaging your credit score is essential. At Ron Siegel Radio, we believe in empowering you with the tools and knowledge you need to make smart financial decisions, build wealth, and ultimately achieve financial freedom. If you're in the market for a credit card but worried about how it might affect your score, you're in the right place. Let's break down how you can shop for a credit card while minimizing any negative impact on your credit score. Number one, know your FICO score and credit health. Before you dive into credit card offers, take a moment to check your FICO score. Cleanall3.com, cleanall3.com. This number is key as different credit cards cater to different score ranges. If you have a high score, you might be eligible for rewards cards with premium perks. But if your score is lower, a secured credit card might be the best option to help you rebuild or establish your credit. Knowing your score before applying saves you time and spares your credit unnecessary hits. After all, applying for multiple cards can affect your score if you're not strategic. Number two, do your homework before you apply. Credit card offers vary greatly from cashback cards to travel rewards, balance transfers, or low-interest cards. Before applying, think about your financial goals. Are you planning on using the card for everyday purchases, or do you need a low-interest option to help consolidate debt? Shopping around before applying for a credit card helps you narrow your choices, make a list of potential options that best align with your spending habits and financial needs. Compare interest rates, fees, rewards, and perks for each card. And remember, there's no rush to apply for the first one you see. The fewer applications you submit, the better your chances of protecting your credit score. Number three, take advantage of pre-approval offers. Sometimes the best credit cards you find you first. Many credit card issuers pre-screen potential customers and send pre-approved offers. While pre-approval doesn't guarantee final approval, it does give you a higher chance of acceptance. But don't settle for the first pre-approved offer you get. Evaluate all the terms, rewards, and costs to ensure the card aligns with your needs. Then compare it with similar offers online to ensure you're getting the best possible deal. Number four, get pre-qualified without impacting your score. Want to know if you're likely to get approved for a credit card before you apply? Many major credit card issuers offer pre-qualification tools on their websites. These tools do a soft pull on your credit, meaning you can check your potential approval status without affecting your FICO score. Pre-qualification is a helpful way to gauge your approval chances. Just keep in mind that even if you're pre-qualified, the card issuer will still perform a full credit check once you submit the final application. However, if you shop smart, this method lets you avoid too many hard credit inquiries. Number five, keep credit applications to a minimum. When it comes to your credit score, less is more, especially when applying for new credit. To minimize the impact, aim to limit your applications to just one or two cards. This is not only helps keep your credit inquiries low, but also boosts your chances of maintaining or even improving your credit score in the long run. Strategic credit and wealth building. When you're thinking about home ownership, your credit score becomes an even bigger part of the conversation. Having a strong credit profile can open doors for better loan rates, helping you save thousands over the life of your mortgage. By managing your credit card applications strategically, you set yourself up for greater financial success. At Ron Siegel Radio, we want to remind you that building wealth isn't just about earning more. It's about managing your debt smartly. I am a certified liability advisor, and my mission is to help families build wealth through strategic debt management. When you understand how to leverage debt effectively, you can make it work for you rather than against you. Whether you're gearing up to buy your first home, refinance, or plan for retirement, your credit decisions today can have a lasting impact on your future financial stability. Let us guide you through this journey so you can make the best possible decisions for your family's future. Bottom line, be smart about your credit decisions. Remember that wealth building is about strategy, not just earnings. If you're ready to take the next step in your financial journey, keep on listening to Ron Siegel Radio or give me a call anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. I am here to help you make smart financial decisions every step of the way. We can even put you in touch with some really, really great real estate people. And if you need them, we've got all of the debt settlement and attorneys available for you as well. That is Your Credit Matters, brought to you by rsrnodebt.com, rsrnodebt.com. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, planning to sell your house in 2025, start prepping now. What to expect from mortgage rates and home prices in 2025. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, RSR Money. realtor.com. Planning to sell your house in 2025? Start preparing now. If your goal is to sell your house in 2025, now's the time to start prepping. Even though it might seem like there's plenty of time between now and the new year, you should get a head start on any updates or repairs you want to make now. Danielle Hale, chief economist at realtor.com, says, quote, now is the time to start thinking about what you need for your next home and then taking those steps to prepare the list. We have survey data that says 47% of sellers are taking longer than a month to get their home ready to sell. So getting them to start that process early can mean more flexibility, unquote. By starting your prep work early, you'll give yourself plenty of time to get your house market ready by the end of the year, but be sure to partner with a great agent before you get started so that you have expert insight into what repairs are worth it based on your local market. Why start early is the key. To get the best price and sell it quickly, it's important that your home looks its best. And that means it's up to you to make the necessary repairs, declutter, and even consider updates that could add value as part of getting your house ready to list. By starting now, you can tackle things one task at a time, whether it's fixing that leaky faucet, refreshing your landscaping, or painting a room. Getting an early start gives you the flexibility to do the job right and with as little stress as possible, because if you wait to knock items off your list later, they could quickly stack up and get overwhelming. As Realtor.com explains, quote, there are some important repairs to make before selling a house, so don't be too much of a hurry to get your home listed. If you move too fast, buyers see right through the fact that you skipped important home renovations, and this might end up costing you time and money, unquote. What should you focus on? Feeling motivated to start chipping away at that to-do list, but not sure where to start? Here's a look at some of the most common improvements other sellers are making today. Again, if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you are seeing a chart. And sometimes I can even read some of these charts. Some of the data is a little small. But today's most common seller improvements, 46% paint the interior. 42% improve the bathroom, 38% improve the kitchen, 35% landscape the yard, 28% replace or repair carpet or flooring, 28% paint the exterior of the home, 26% replace or buy new appliances, 22% replace or repair the roof, 20% redecorate the whole house or specific rooms, 19%. Replace or buy new furnishings. 4% says do something else. Pretty interesting stuff. But you got to remember when you're talking about all these different things that you can do, make sure that you're looking at what return on investment is for each of them. That's what the importance of working with a local agent. While the data gives you a starting point, it should not be seen as a comprehensive list. What buyers want in your area may be different, and only a local agent will have this in-depth understanding. For example, if homes in your area are selling quickly with updated kitchens, your agent might suggest focusing on minor kitchen improvements rather than spending money on other areas that won't offer as much return. They'll also help you figure out if tackling larger projects, such as replacing your roof or upgrading your air conditioning system, is worth it based on other recently sold homes. As Point says, quote, not all renovations are created equal, and focusing on upgrades that offer the highest potential for increasing your home's value is key, unquote. And remember, it's not just big ticket items that can have an impact. Your agent will also speak to some of the smaller details, like cleaning up your yard, adding fresh mulch, or painting your front door to make a real difference in how buyers feel about your home. This type of expert eye is crucial to help your house sell fast and for top dollar. Bottom line, thinking of selling your house next year? Don't wait until the last minute to get it ready. By getting a head start now, you can ensure everything is in place by the time the new year rolls around. Need advice on what to tackle first? Give me a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And as I've told you, yes, I have a real estate license, and I'm more than happy to put you in touch with great people anywhere in the sound of my voice. We can do the vetting for you to make sure you're getting what you need. That is the Real-Time Real Estate segment, brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. What to expect from mortgage rates and how prices and home prices in 2025. Curious about where the housing market is headed in 2025? The good news is that experts are offering some promising forecasts, especially when it comes to two key factors that directly affect your decision: mortgage rates and home prices. Whether you're thinking of buying or selling, here's a look at what the experts are saying and how it might impact your move. Mortgage rates are forecast to come down. One of the biggest factors likely affecting your plans is mortgage rates. And the forecast looks positive. After rising dramatically in recent years, experts project mortgage rates will ease slightly through the course of 2025. Again, we've got a chart, and you can see exactly what that looks like. Oh, maybe I don't have the chart. Maybe I might be missing that one. And basically the chart is just showing that the mortgage rates have been coming down. They've gone up in the last week to 10 days, but the bottom line of that coming back down, going up, is that the last 2 years, we've seen the highest level of interest rates in the latter part of October for the entire year. While that decline won't be a straight line down, the overall trend should continue over the next year. Expect a few bumps along the way because the trajectory of rates will depend on new economic data, inflation numbers as they're released. Of course, Josh has that chart ready for us. Maybe I'm just a little slow in getting him the data. Don't get too hung up on those blips and reactions from the market as they happen. Focus on the bigger picture. Lower mortgage rates means improving affordability. As rates come down, your monthly mortgage payment decreases, giving you more flexibility in what you can afford if you buy a home. This shift will likely bring more buyers and sellers back into the market, though. As Charlie Dougherty, director and senior economist at Wells Fargo, explains, quote, lower financing costs will likely boost demand by pulling affordability-crunched buyers off the sidelines, unquote. As that happens, both inventory and competition among buyers will ramp back up. The takeaway? You can get ahead of that competition now. Lean on your agent to make sure you understand how the shifts in rates are impacting demand in your area. Home price projections show modest growth. While mortgage rates are expected to come down slightly, home prices are forecast to rise, but at a much more moderate pace than the market has seen in recent years. Experts are saying home prices will grow by an average of 2.5% nationally in 2025. Again, you can take a look at the chart that we've got, and they give us all of these different data points. And you can see on there the average of all of them. You can see Goldman Sachs and Wells Fargo and Fannie Mae and Home Price Expectation Survey, Morgan Stanley, MBAs, Zelman and Associates, all of them, 10 of them. Why don't we just look at the Home Price Expectation Survey? They account for all of them plus more. They say 3.1% in 2025. Far more manageable than the rapid price increases of previous years, which saw double-digit percentage growth in some markets. What's behind this ongoing increases in prices? Again, it has to do with demand. As more buyers return to the market, demand will rise, but so will supply as sellers feel less rate locked. More buyers in the markets with inventory that's still below the norm will put upward pressure on prices. But with more homes likely to be listed, supply will help keep price growth in check. This means that while prices will rise, they'll do so at a healthier, more sustainable pace. Of course, these national trends may not reflect exactly what's happening in your local market. Some areas might see faster price growth, while others could see slower gains. As Lance Lambert, co-founder of Resi Club, says, quote, even if the national average home price forecast for 2025 is correct, it's possible that some regional housing markets could see mild home price declines, while some markets could see elevated appreciation. That has been, after all, the case this year, unquote. Even the few markets that may see flat or slightly lower prices in 2025 have had so much appreciation in recent years, it may not have a big impact. That's why it's important to work with local real estate expert who can give you a clear picture of what's happening, where you're looking to buy or sell. Bottom line, with mortgage rates expected to ease and home prices projected to rise at a more moderate pace, 2025 is shaping up to be a more promising year for both buyers and sellers. If you have any questions about how these trends might impact your plans, give me a call. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And again, I'm more than happy to put you in touch with real estate professionals in your area to consult with you the right way, not just the ones that are looking to collect a commission for you. And as always, I ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean for engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.